Hello everyone, and welcome to this video, which is in our Engine Snack series. I'm Grandmaster Matthew Sadler, and we are taking a look in this video at the mysterious and controversial topic of the knight on b4. First got alerted to this in engine play whilst following the game Stoofvlees against Stockfish, TCEC Season 20 Division P. Stoofvlees won a beautiful game against Stockfish, and well, it interested me so much that I analysed it in some depth in The Silicon Road to Chess Improvement, my new book. What happened here? Well, Stockfish spent a number of moves transferring the Queen's Knight to b4. And for human grandmasters like me, and also my colleague Ivan Sokolov, very strong player, writer and coach, this was a really big strategical error. The knight, fine, has an outpost on b4, it's invulnerable. It seems to restrict the bishop on b1 and also the rook on a1, which then can't get out. But in actual fact, its influence is absolutely minimal. I mean, it's attacking protected pawn, can't invade any squares at all here. So what is it really doing? Well, as Stoofvlees displayed, this restriction of the bishop on b1 and rook on a1 was illusory. First of all, the rook came out via a3 over to e3, f3, g3. And secondly, this bishop was restricted on b1, couldn't move without getting exchanged, but it was attacking the black king side. And well, if I move you on another 30 moves, you'll see how this happened. Stoofvlees just exchanged off all the minor pieces, left black with one absolutely restricted and useless piece on b4, and then got on with the business of attacking the king side. And yeah, you know, of course, after g takes f5, bishop takes f5, this bishop has got active and this knight is still passive. So you can imagine my skepticism when in the TCEC SuperFinal between Komodo and Stockfish, Stockfish in this position played the move knight a6, rook g1, knight b4. And I was straight away saying that that this was a really bad idea from Stockfish. Of course, it does help black that black has played e5 rather than e takes d5. That means that the light square bishop is less active on b1. What it does do from b1 though is you know, these knight sacrifices on f5, knight h4 to f5 just to open up the king side are quite common, and the bishop will support that. I had quite a lot of banter with Komodo fan Martin van der Essen, who refused to believe what I was saying about these knights. And indeed in this game, of course, I ended up being a little bit wrong, because Stockfish, first of all, I just fast forward you 10 moves forward, managed to get the move b5 in to open up the b file. And then after opening up the b file, it got this structure with the rooks on b8. And these double rooks really do tie down this bishop and rook, because if you play a move like rook a3, I've got discovered attacks like knight d5 followed by rook takes b1. So actually this was really white, surprisingly to me a little bit, didn't really have any way of getting this rook active, and so yeah, white's position remained quite passive all the way, and Stockfish managed to draw quite easily. I mean, in the very same or you know, the very next game, you could say, well, you know, Dragon did exactly the same here. So it also played knight b4. But again, this was a slightly less good thing. Again, I think you know, the fact that this queenside structure was completely blocked, that b5 was not going to happen, again, makes this knight really a lone figure, unable to get any support at all from black's other pieces. And yeah, I mean, this turned out quite badly. Again, the rook was activated via a3, and then came over to h3, and well, you know, I mean, the position still wasn't you know, like a clear win or anything for white, but it's pretty clear that you know, that this knight was not doing very much, and yeah, you know, that that essentially white was playing with an extra piece in a block position, so it's not 100% clear how good that is, but you know, whether that's decisive or not, but still you know, really missing that knight on b4. So there we are. I mean, I guess we can conclude that the only way that this knight on b4 can be any good is if you manage to combine it with some other pieces and really time it so that the white's queenside pieces really are restricted. But normally I think it's a very risky strategical thing to play a knight to b4 like this. Looks good, but doesn't achieve that much.